My name is Nolana Newton. I'm a physical therapist. Hold on. How about that? Okay. I'm a physical therapist out in outpatient rehab at Swedish here on the Cherry Hill campus. I am here today to talk to you guys about athletic-related pelvic pain. Okay. Oh boy. All right. Okay. So my objectives today, I want to talk to you guys about understanding and being able to identify the common causes of pelvic pain in athletes. I should also say, and our active populations. I would also like to help people understand the contributing factors that can lead to pelvic pain in athletes and increase awareness of pelvic health involvement in treatment of these patients. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. Okay. Well, what do we know? Pelvic pain in the literature is not widely reported in the athletic population, and when it is, it's used as an umbrella term to talk about anything that can be impacting the pelvic girdle, which could also include specific pelvic floor muscular issues. Pelvic floor muscular pain is much less reported, especially when compared to other pelvic girdle issues, pain. When described, it's often diffuse and insidious in onset. And when patients are diagnosed, it is commonly present by the time they come to see us. It's commonly present with a multiple of conditions. Groin injuries, which we'll see in our soccer players, are reported more in men than women. And specific pelvic floor dysfunction, which again can be a few different things, is reported in women more than men in the literature. Athletic groin pain. This varies when reported. It's reported in an incidence rate of anywhere from 3 to 23%. So that could be 1 in 4 in our physically active population. Groin injuries, much higher rate in soccer players or any of our sports where there's acceleration, deceleration, and cutting. It can be up to about 5% of their injuries. Runners are a big group that we see. Hip, pelvis, and groin injury rate anywhere from 3% to 11% at some point in time in a runner's career. And their incidence of upper leg injury, which could be anything from the quad up to the hip, is 3 to 38%. Nygaard et al. Reviewed and spoke to female collegiate athletes and had them report on the prevalence of urinary incontinence, and 28% of those female collegiate athletes reported urinary incontinence. Now, what I would also like to know within that group is how many of them also had pain. Types of pelvic pain that we're going to look at a little bit today: osteitis pubis, athletic pubalgia, or sports hernia. A term that we're hearing a lot more in the last few years is a core muscle injury, vaginal or rectal pain, and then groin, hip, pelvic girdle pain.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. To continue, please log in or create an account for free. Thank you for your support.